this first introduction in Portuguese, Shinem, if you don't mind. Bom dia a todos. Obrigado por estarem presentes nesta Speed Talk, mais um Speed Talk da EMIN. O meu nome é Luís Robi, eu sou vice-presidente com fileira da transição energética. Fiquei aqui encarregue de ser aqui um bocadinho mestre de cerimónias desta Speed Talk, que tem aqui como objetivo apresentar o Cluster EUROGIA, do qual eu também faço parte da direção, e também a Call for Sustainability e um bocadinho apresentar estes mecanismos de apoio às empresas muito vocacionados para a questão da investigação e desenvolvimento, mas que podem ser muito importantes e estratégicos na vida das empresas. Nesse sentido, temos aqui connosco a Shinem Altunshu. I'm sorry if I don't spell it right, a Shinem é diretora-geral do EUROGIA, é uma pessoa com extrema experiência nestas andanças de networking europeu e de projetos à escala europeia, e irá aqui apresentar o Cluster EUROGIA e também desvendar então aqui estas oportunidades que vão surgindo. No final, e a parte interessante é a disponibilidade para termos aqui uma área de perguntas e respostas, portanto estejam à vontade, que é a altura e o momento para podermos esclarecer, sendo que obviamente se mais tarde as questões surgirem, haverá sempre essa disponibilidade por e-mail ou por qualquer tipo de consulta. Ok, portanto, agora vou passar então a palavra à Shinem. So Shinem, thank you very much for having accepted our invitation to be present here with us. And with no further words from me, I'll give the floor to you so you can talk a little bit to our companies present here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Luis. First of all, I would like to thank you to this invitation, of course, and to have this brilliant idea to make a presentation to all these Portuguese companies. This is very important for us, for EUROGIA, of course. And then I would like to thank to participants to having their time with us today. I would like to welcome each of us. And today I would like to share with you the EUROGIA cluster and the calls on the behalf of Eureka. First of all, I would like to share a presentation with you, if you allow me, and hopefully you can see my screen now. Okay? Yes, thank you. This is Shinem Altunshu. I am the General Manager of EUROGIA Cluster. I will give more information about this cluster, but before, I would like to have some brief informations for Eureka. I think, first of all, I have to explain what is Eureka. Eureka has been established in 1985. It is a European Commission establishment, and today they are present in 25 European Union countries. It is the world's biggest public network for international cooperation in research and development and innovation, which is very important for the companies, of course. And Eureka aims to foster competitiveness and market integration and to encourage R&D cooperation. Today, under Eureka, there are some programs which companies can have incentives and grants. Network projects, global stars, Eurostars, and clusters are the kinds of these programs. If you would like to have more information about these programs, I put a website for Eureka Network, and you can have detailed information on the other programs, of course. But today, I will explain Eureka clusters. Eureka clusters bring together industry, SMEs and academia in global research and innovation ecosystem to create highly innovative and competitive technological solutions in alignment with national priorities. The clusters facilitate industrial development for both large companies and, of course, SMEs. working with research and technology organizations with universities. Through collaborative projects, creating innovative, high economic and social impact in multiple sectors. Today, under Eureka clusters, there are 5 clusters on the table. Celtic Next, EUROGIA, ITEA, SMART and XS. If we look very high level on these clusters, Celtic is working on ICT sector, EUROGIA is working on energy sector, ITEA is working on software side, SMART is a smart manufacturer cluster, and XS is working on electronic components and hardware side. So, if your company is on energy sector, you can come to EUROGIA cluster and try to understand what kind of R&D projects are in this cluster and what kind of grants or incentives you can have. If you are in a software side, you can go to ITEA cluster. Or if you are working on electronic components, you can submit your proposals to XS cluster. Today, I would like to give more information about EUROGIA cluster, of course. EUROGIA is the only one cluster which is dedicated to low carbon energy technologies. Under Eureka cluster, EUROGIA is the only one cluster which is working on energy area. We are including the full energy mix and value chain, renewables, energy efficiency, carbon capture and storage, and etc., etc. We have been labeled last year, till the end of 2025. Under Eureka policies, each cluster has to be labeled by the public authorities and Eureka high-level management. These are managed by 4 years, so we have been labeled like the other clusters. As of today, we are 5 clusters on the table under Eureka umbrella. EUROGIA promotes and facilitates partnerships between industrial companies and research centers, of course. So we are trying to have this collaboration between the companies, universities, research centers to have innovative projects on the ecosystem. We have been 18 years cluster history. It started with fossils, then it turns to renewables, and today we have a really huge technology roadmap, which we called it 5D. I will give the details to you. EUROGIA cluster is aiming with the new Eureka cluster program to achieve carbon neutrality goals, of course, because we are working on low carbon technologies. So we put our roadmap, technology roadmap on the table. We shared this technology roadmap with our ecosystem. And of course, we have lots of targeted challenges to achieve, but some of them are carbon-free energy supply, green mobility, smart cities concept, smarter housings and constructions, and bioresources and environment. If you look to the overall strategy, which we called 5D, decarbonization, decentralization, digitalization, deregulation, and democratization. Under these names, we are talking about the new technologies which we can implement these topics. When we talk about decarbonization, we can talk, of course, renewables, renewable energy resources, integration with the existing grids. Or we can talk about electric vehicles, charging infrastructures, green and zero emission buildings, storage. If we talk about decentralizations, as of nowadays, the highest and hot topic of these are cybersecurity, as you know, like blockchain technologies. Or if we talk about digitalization, we have to put an ICT on the projects, or we have to put AI technologies in the projects, or we can talk about IoT. And when we talk about deregulation and democratization, we have to implement blockchain technologies, flexibility management, or we can talk about virtual power plants, network stability, peer-to-peer energy trade, and demand-side management. These, of course, the examples which I want to share with you under 5D, but the highest importance topics are decarbonization, decentralization, digitalization, deregulation, and democratization. The new technologies which has to be implemented under these topics are very important for us. So if you will have a project idea under this topic, you will be welcomed by the cluster. And of course, we are ready to mentor, to consult you, and to support you on the behalf of your submissions. I talked about a little bit about the technology domains on the behalf of EUROGIA, but we can say energy efficiency. If we will talk about enabling technologies, energy efficiency, energy storage, intelligent networks, and energy management, carbon dioxide mitigation, materials, which are very important topic as of today, tools, installations, ICT technologies, smart grids. These, of course, the list is not exhaustive. You can put many energy enabling technologies on the energy sector, so you will be welcome with your innovative project ideas for this cluster. Yes, I would like to give some brief notes for a process to submit your project ideas to EUROGIA. There will be 4 cut-off days a year on the behalf of this cluster. 3 of them will be single calls, means EUROGIA calls, but 1 of them will be joint call, means they are organizing with the other clusters. So we have 2-step process. One is PEO, means proposal, then FPP, full project proposal. First, if you will have an innovative project idea, you are writing a proposal to the EUROGIA cluster management, and you are submitting this proposal till the cutoff date. Then our cluster technical committee evaluating your proposals. If they will be accepted by the technical committee, you will be invited to full project proposal. Of course, full project proposal is more detailed and giving the details about the projects, budgets, about the companies, about consortium, and etc. Then again, the technical committee of this cluster will evaluate your project with the public authorities. And then if your project will be accepted, you will have a label letter. This means you have a Eureka project label. It is very important. Of course, you will have your funds from your public authority with this label letter. But on the other hand, it is really very important for the companies to have know-how transfer from the other countries or other companies. And of course, it's a huge experience to have these consortium projects for the companies. We have some measurements for the projects. We have really a success about the funding side for the labeled projects, of course, and no competition between the similar projects. There's no doubt on this. Also, we are trying to support you not only the beginning of the project, also after having labeled the project. We are assigning a technical committee member to the project to support during the project on the behalf of companies. If we talk about the winning project equation, of course, first you have to have a innovative idea. Then it has to be industrial, market-oriented, and then you have to establish a consortium. Regarding Eureka rules, at least 2 companies has to be in this consortium from the different countries, of course, and consortium structure has to be balanced. There has to be some different organization types, but there has to be one industrial company plus one university, perhaps, or SME. And there will be a consortium agreement which will be signed by the companies. The cluster is looking forward to have a commercial exploitation, and in your proposal and full project proposal, you are giving some information about these plans. It is very important because we are trying to have this project idea market-oriented, and of course, we are looking forward to this R&D project at the end commercialized. The other thing is very important, which is very important, national priorities. After the cluster evaluation and having the label letter from the cluster, with your label letter, you are submitting your proposal to your public authority to have your funds. So the public financial support rules availabilities are very important due to the project funding. These are the countries which are supporting EUROGIA: Austria, Canada, Czech Republic, Israel, Denmark, Hungary, Luxembourg, Poland, Portugal, South Africa, South Korea, Spain, Switzerland, and Turkey. This means you can find a company from the other countries to establish your consortium. You are a Portuguese company, you can find a Turkish company to make a consortium, to establish a consortium for your project idea, or a Canadian company or Hungarian company. If you have a really brilliant, innovative idea, of course, you can try to search for the international collaborations within the helping of these consortiums, I think. I would like to give some examples for successful projects on the behalf of EUROGIA cluster. Perhaps you can have some ideas on these sites. One of them is energy shift. There are 5 companies in the consortium, 1 from Canada, 5 from Turkey. It's a Canada and Turkish consortium. The project aims at developing a renewable energy management ICT platform with distributed platform components. The main components of the target platform are cloud, smart box, mobile application, and development SDK. So they are trying to establish a mobile application and an ICT platform for the end users and they are using cloud computing for their renewable energy management. It's a view, a high-level view for the project. There will be some PV panels on the roof, on the top of the houses. There will be a smart box, and they are getting data from the houses, from the end users' consumption, and these data are going to cloud, then to the mobile application for the end user viewings. The Canadian partner is working on the prediction side, so they will put their prediction experience on the project, and for the end user there will be predictions, weather predictions, and the prosumers, of course, production of renewables predictions in the application also. So we can understand that there will be a software company in the consortium, there will be a hardware company which is producing smart box. Also, there will be a company coming from energy sector which will work on PV side, and there will be a company from Canada which is working on prediction. It's really a balanced consortium. The idea is good. Establishing, developing an application for the end user is a good idea. These project will be finalized, I think, this year at the end of March. So we will see if they will have a good demo and pilot after the second year, hopefully. And the other example is coming from Spanish and Turkish consortium, Game for Scene. They are working on to change the behavior of individuals by using gamification technologies. So they implemented the new technologies, which is gamification. The Spanish partner is working on gamification. There is a electric distribution company from Turkey. There is a software company, and also there is an IoT company from Turkey. It's really a balanced consortium, and we can see that there is a good idea for the individuals to change their behaviors. They will establish a cross-finance platform, and with the help of this platform, they will establish a mobile application for the end users. Then they will put some virtual credits for the end users to change their behaviors by using gamification technologies. Another project, Solar Pact, smart algorithms and user interaction for resident commercial solar prosumers. This is a Belgium and Turkish consortium, 2 companies from Turkey, 1 from Belgium. This is working on solar side. There will be some solar roofs on the projects, and they will have data for renewables on the project, and renewable energy management knowledge will be transferred during the project. I would like to give information about board members on the behalf of the cluster. 3 companies from Turkey, 1 from Portugal, 1 from France, and 1 from Germany. Energisa, Rengen, EPH, and Paycor are from Turkey. Breveritas is from France. Group Air from Portugal, as you all know them, and Euroscom is from Germany. There is a board of directors on the top management of the cluster. I am reporting to the board, and there is an executive committee under the board of directors, which are having the duties, daily duty and daily decisions on the behalf of the cluster. And there is the office management on the behalf of the cluster. Nicola Cividini is the office manager of the cluster. We have an office in Brussels, and he's there. So if you will have any questions, if you will have any comments, addings, or if you need support, we are ready to respond to you with hopefully, of course. Yes, this is a very brief summary of our cluster. Of course, I would like to give some detailed information about the sustainability goal. Luis, do you want to add something for the cluster side? Because you are on the board, you know the details a lot as of today. So if the Portuguese companies would like to be in this ecosystem, of course they can call you first, I know. Then we will be on the table to support them with pleasure. So if you will add something, then I will continue to other presentation. I couldn't hear you.
Of course, I was muted.
Okay,
okay, so I just in 2 minutes I can resume a little bit of our experience with EUROGIA from our view. EUROGIA has like Shinem said, as a big ecosystem where it is easy to develop ideas, to find good partners, which is not always easy to find the right partner, either in the technical way and in the way of thinking, the way of cooperate, and EUROGIA makes this filter quite well and give us always the answers we need, and really opens a lot of doors regarding the internationalization in a pandemic situation. I think it was the easiest way to still go abroad and do things outside of Portugal, and things outside of Portugal, and of course things that we establish also here, because we can apply it in a global market. So it's very interesting, and I really encourage everybody to study a little bit of this information, and to put all the questions you want, because of course there will be a lot of questions. And briefly, this is our view, our experience on the EUROGIA cluster. So Shannon, if you want to talk a little bit now for the call for sustainability, just to
before it, yes, you are totally right. This ecosystem is very important for the companies. I think it is a big opportunity to have collaboration between the other countries' companies. We call this ecosystem as public-private partnership. So the public authorities is one of the side of this ecosystem, but the industry side is very important. And the other side, we are putting industry, which is very important for us. And for the companies, this ecosystem is the right place to have the collaboration with the other companies. With the help of these R&D projects, I'm sure lots of our project partners have business partnerships between the other companies. This is very important. For globalization, I think it is really a good network, and each company, I think, uses network positively for their companies. This is very important. So if you will have any questions, I'm ready to respond, of course, but after this event, if you will need any support, we are ready for all companies to give this support with pleasure, of course. Now, I would like to share with you the sustainability call. I think it is very important because this call is jointly implemented between the Eureka clusters, means Celtic, ETA, EUROGIA, XS, and SMART. We were discussing about the topic with the public authorities, of course. I think it was last year, and then we decided to have a joint sustainability call. I would like to give the reasons, of course. The Eureka network, together with the clusters, have developed a strategy to address sustainability in the next 3 years. And they are planning to implement more calls for this topic, for sustainability call. This is the first sustainability joint call, which was launched on 1st of February, and there will be a deadline, of course, for the PO. It will be 2nd of May. Before this, I would like to give, of course, informations on the behalf of clusters. We are talking that it's time to invest in sustainability. Sustainability is the hot topic today, which all over the world are discussing. Industry needs to become itself sustainable, and of course, industry needs to provide solutions to all potential economic and social sectors. So we have to tackle this challenge with the help of this call. As I mentioned before, this is a joint call, and all the clusters are on the table. This is very useful for the companies. If you are working on energy area, and in the consortium or in your project idea, there will be some electronic components on the project. So you have to choose 2 clusters. Then you can say that for this call, EUROGIA is the primary cluster but XS will be the secondary cluster for this project. Or if you are working on software sector and you will have some energy solutions on the project, then you can say ETIA will be the primary cluster, but EUROGIA will be the secondary. So both clusters will evaluate your project, both clusters will support you and will coach you on behalf of your project, which is very useful for the companies, of course. There are 16 countries today which put money on the table. So for the joint sustainability call, today Austria, Belgium, Canada, Denmark, Finland, Hungary, Ireland, Luxembourg, Portugal, Singapore, South Africa, South Korea, Spain, Sweden, Turkey and UK are supporting this call. This means these countries are funding the projects. So if you will have a project partner from these countries, there will be no funding risk for the project. There will be two steps for the submission. First PO, proposal, and then FPP. Proposal deadline will be 2nd of May, so you will have time to think about the ideas. And if the proposal will be accepted, you will be invited to the FPP. This deadline will be September. I will show the timeline on the coming slides. But before this, I will talk about the targeting industry projects. There will be two special focus areas. One of them is green ICT. The other one is space, earth, ocean integrated systems for better observation and data exploitation. Obviously, this topic is recommended by Portugal chair. So I would like to underline this topic for you, for Portuguese companies. Developing new solutions can be supported by technological advancement. So if your companies are working on this side, I think it will be good. Drones, marine robotic systems, 5G, IoT will be the technologies which will be implemented on your project. Green ICT, of course, we are talking a lot on green ICT, as all we know. Sustainable electronic components, software, and systems for information and communication technologies, supporting sustainable manufacture, as all we know. So reducing energy and resource consumption for software and hardware components, also supporting the whole life cycle of a product. Sustainable manufacturing should implement green ICT solutions in factories, operations, process, and product planning. If you will have an idea or innovative solution for these topics, you will be welcome for this joint call. We defined some technologies which can be considered under the topics, for example, power electronics and power management, high performance engineering for personalized products, for industry 4.0, or digital twins we can talk about. Of course, AI will be implemented as a new technology on this topic for autonomous shipping, for example. So you will have all these information under the website. I will give all the information to you. Do not worry, you don't need to take notes. Also, there will be a brokerage event to give more information about this call. Potential technical fits or strategic application domains will be on this website. You can have more information on the website. We defined each detailed information on this site, so you can have more information. And this is the call timeline. As I mentioned before, the call has been launched on 1st of February. There will be a brokerage event on 23rd of March. I will recommend you to register for this event. Most probably there will be public authorities on the event, and you will have a chance to have more information for the call. The PO submission deadline will be 2nd of May. Then the clusters will evaluate your proposals with public authorities. On 24th of June, we will have a consensus meeting with public authorities. Then we will inform the companies the proposals which are accepted, and we will invite them to full project proposal. And the FPP submission deadline will be end of September. We will start to evaluate FPPs. Hopefully, as of November, the project can start. Of course, the labeled project can have a chance to start. This is the call timeline of the joint sustainability call. Yes, I talk these a lot, but the benefits, of course, of your participation, it will be boosted to become a front runner in your sustainability application area. We are hoping and accepting to have a success rate over 30%. You will have a chance to access a large network organizations. So you will meet a lot of companies and you will have a chance to access a large network of this ecosystem. This is very important. You will be a part of a flexible program because we are calling clusters bottom-up calls. So the ideas are coming from industry companies and they are market-driven. So they are very fast solutions to be commercialized, which is very important for industry, of course. And you will have a chance to get coaching and support from experts on the behalf of cluster, which is very important for the companies also, I think. For submitting the project proposals, there will be a call guidance on the website, and also call submission support will be provided by the clusters, of course. So you can ask any of questions to submit your proposals. This is the website of the project proposal submission. And again, I would like to underline it is essential for each partner to contact their supporting public authority at the earliest opportunity to verify eligibility criteria and national submission timeline, because yes, 16 countries put money on the table. We know they are supporting, but of course they will inform you about the national submission timeline, which is very important to have fund from the public authorities. If we look to the project proposals, we can talk about the state of the art, which is very important. You have to define your state of art on your proposals. International cooperation is very important, as Luis and me mentioned before. Regarding Eureka rules between at least 2 countries is mandatory. More is advised, of course. One industrial partner from each country represented in a project. So there has to be an industrial partner from each country. Proposals can be cross-cluster, cross-domain, cross-community, and it is recommended to have a consortium that covers all segments of the value chain relevant for the project scope. So if you are working on the energy era, and if you will have an innovation solution for the renewables, for example, we are recommending you to cover all segments of the value chain relevant for the project. If we talk about a successful project, we can say that it has to be clear, well-defined. So there is a problem and you will have a solution for this. So it has to be clear, and it has to be well-defined on the proposal. Of course, you have to define the state of art. How is your solution different from the existing ones? This is very important, because the technical committees are asking for the innovation of the project. which is very important. Value chain ecosystem is very important. So there has to be a well-balanced consortium, as I mentioned you before. Of course, commercial side is very important for the project, and the impacts means economical impacts and social impacts on the project are really important for a successful project. Yes, if we look to the size of the projects, for joint calls, we are looking for mid-sized projects, means between 5 or 20 million euro budget, and they will have typically duration of 2 or 3 years. For the cluster single calls, yes, we can accept small size projects also, but this is a joint call which has been implemented by all the clusters. So the public authorities also and the clusters are looking for mid-sized projects. This is the reason. Green issues, as we talked about before, of course, it has to be close to the market for commercialization, which is very important for the project. There will be KPIs related to the impact on sustainability. The consortium should determine and describe its own sustainability scope in KPIs. And of course, the KPIs has to be SMART, means specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So the clusters will review these KPIs during the monitoring phase of the labeled projects to assess the project results, because when your project has been labeled, the technical committees are assigning a technical committee member to your project, and you have to make midterm and final report to the clusters. So you can have a chance to show your project on the way, or there will be some problems, so you can ask your technical committee member how can you make solutions for these sites. This is the way of the running projects on the behalf of clusters. This is the website. So you will have more and detailed information from the website for joint sustainability call. As I mentioned you before, please mark your calendar for the online brokerage event on 23rd of March. I'm sure you will get more detailed information on the brokerage event. And that's all for the joint sustainability call on my side. Hope this is useful for Portuguese companies today, and hopefully more companies from Portugal will be on our ecosystem, and they will have some innovative ideas to submit their proposals to EUROGIA cluster. Thank you for listening to me, and I'm ready today to answer your questions if you will have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I will give now the room for anyone who has any question to put. It will be for sure good for everyone to have further explanations, and so please feel free to add some questions, some comments. We are open to it. Don't be shy.
For sure.
Okay, we have Eduardo.
First question is coming.
Yes. Hello, good morning to all.
Good morning.
My name is Eduardo Barroso. I'm also here from Braga. I'm working at Enermeter. Okay, basically Enermeter has been working on waste management sector since 3 years ago. And we have some innovative ideas and products that we would like to put on practice. Of course, this involves investment, as always, and time. My question is, because I saw the EUROGIA cluster seems to be more oriented on the energy side.
Yes.
Can the waste management fit also here in the?
Of course. Why not? Because when you are having these ideas, it's really good for us to having new ideas, innovative ideas on your side. You are establishing a consortium, or you can be a project partner of an established consortium. There will be two ways. You can establish your own consortium, or you can be a project partner in a consortium. So first, you have to search the right consortium for you, or the right project, or if you will have a new idea, you can do it yourself with the help of the other companies. So I can send you our roadmap strategy, technological roadmap strategy. This is very useful, I think, for the companies. Also, you can have this from our website. You can see all the technological areas which we are including. I think you will have proposals on EUROGIA cluster. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
We can discuss in detail with a Zoom meeting. Why not? We can organize it. I can listen to your ideas and perhaps recommend, or perhaps I can match you with the suitable company from another country, so you can establish your consortium.
Okay. Okay, thank you. For sure, we will keep in contact.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
If I can share my experience, Shinem has quite a gift in matchmaking between companies from different countries. So she'll be the right person to help.
Obviously, this is an ecosystem, and we have a lot of project partners coming from the European Union countries. So with the help of this ecosystem, I can view all the companies and their experiences. So I can think about one of them and the other one. Yes, they are matching very well, because one of them is working on renewables, the other one is working on software side. So I can match them in a project like this. This is the ecosystem importance, I think. If you will be a part of this ecosystem, you can view the other companies as well.
Okay.
This is the way of collaboration, I think.
All right.
Okay, so thank you, Eduardo. So more questions, please. Comments, wishes. Okay, so.
Hello, Luis, may I?
Okay. Okay, hello, Duarte, I think, or George.
Hi.
Yeah, I think Duarte started first, so please, George, if you can.
Go first.
Okay, please go ahead. So, Duarte or George, please.
Well, I have a very straightforward question. First, congratulations for the great presentation. Very clear, very sharp and to the point. And the second, I'm also interested on our matchmaking process. So, is there any kinds of workshops planned for matchmaking, or because that's really the important part? If we can propose ideas and see where it fits, what kind of activities you have planned, if you have planned it?
Very good question. Before pandemic, we were organizing a lot of PO days, proposal days, and of course, we are inviting our companies to these days, and it was really perfect to meet each other, to have a face-to-face meetings. But after pandemic, we started to organize webinars and brokerage events. So in these webinars, we tried to push and force the companies to make presentations, so the other companies can hear about them and perhaps they can align each other, and they are establishing the consortium. We launched the last call, means call 19 for EUROGIA at the end of 2021, and tomorrow it is the deadline for the call. for the next call, most probably we will have a webinar. And for this webinar, of course, I will inform you with pleasure. And there will be matchmaking session, there will be presentation session. If you wish, we can ask you to present your company to the participants, so you can have some networks for the coming proposals. Why not? So I think these webinars will be fit with your idea. Why not? Good.
So thank you very much, George, for the comment and for the question.
Yes,
so
good question.
Duarte, now you can go ahead, please.
Hello, thank you for your presentation. Thank you, everyone. Can you hear me? Yes?
Yes, we can hear you.
So it was very aligned with George's idea. I was wondering a bit, how can we do that? And you answered that. I was also wondering a bit more on the level of the IMEU, if maybe a couple of us can sit together, Luis and Eduardo, Jorge, to understand exactly if it makes sense to go, each of us, there with our own ideas, or if you want to perhaps bet as a consortium, not a consortium, as a group of 2 or 3 companies that understand how we already accommodate value to each other, and then look together as a consortium together. I was wondering if we also should do our pre-work homework regarding what the capabilities we have within AMEU, to then see how we want to tackle this, because it's as far as I gathered from the presentation, it's supposed to be international, right, cooperation, but AMEU's mandate is also local cooperation. So how can we mix the two of us, the two aspects of this together? So can we be stronger locally so we can go for a better project internationally? You understand?
These
so
projects.
For Luis, actually, so for Luis or for George and all that, how can we here in IMEU make a small cluster of our own to make sure that we tackle these webinars and this with a strategy already?
Yeah, so I can answer that, Duarte, and thank you for the call. I can answer, we can do this. Your idea is good for whatever we are talking about. That's more or less the reason why IMEU exists. It's for precisely to gather different companies, different views or more similar views that we have. IMEU is like a forum where we can all sit, we can all get to talk and to design projects together with our best expertise of each, and then we can go with our own idea, with our own product. We can go to Shinem, to EUROGIA, or to another cluster, whatever it fits better, and to present our idea or to find partners to come along with us. So of course, here in IMEU we have all the interest to gather different companies and to promote this. Of course, it can be one of our next events, that the presential ones are in standby because of the reason you all know. But as soon as we can get back to the events like we made in the past, for example with the Polish Chamber of Commerce or something like that, we can do an event like a mini matchmaking, something like that, where we can all sit. We can all discuss if it's good for us to present projects together, and then go for the international part. So excellent idea, Duarte, and we'll take note and we'll try to organize something more formal to make it happen. Thank you very much.
If I'm allowed, just one small point there, is that I'm from Braga Lux and the 360 group, or 360 group, that's involved in energy, of course, in the city of Braga, and we are leading now already. We are setting up a cluster that combines the University of Minho and also the Portuguese áreas and Siemens. That we are all together in making a cluster called B. So that's the Braga Energy Ecosystem, and of course this is a cluster of companies and energy providers. And one of the goals, of course, is to innovate and start new things, and also apply. That's why EUROGIA is very relevant for us. So it's this B will be launched very soon, and it's open for every companies in Braga. It's really open, and it will also be part of the startup Braga. And I hope, now that you mentioned that IAMinho will also be one of the big sponsors and promoters of this. At least we are open, we are engaged to have all the entities available. So sorry, I'm just putting advertising in someone else.
Not at all, George. Very, very, very nice information, of course, from our side.
You can ask me, so that's easy.
Yeah. So thank you very much. Very, very nice information. Of course, from our side, more than welcome to join you on that new project and to try to make it bigger and bigger. That's what the process is all about.
Will be very, 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 very shortly with a meeting with us about this. So I hope that we can also cooperate.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect. So we'll have a lot of forums for us to all to meet and to start to create, and of course Shinem will be a key part of this to take it abroad.
Of course, with pleasure. Only 2 comments. I heard that matchmaking is very important for you. I know it's very well. It's of course very important for every company, but you are requiring some webinars, perhaps face-to-face meetings or events, hopefully. First, I have to tell, I think I missed it, each year, each Eureka country are having chairmanship under Eureka management, high-level management. This year, Portugal is the chairmanship. And they are organizing a global innovation week on 22nd and 23rd of June in Lisbon. So, of course, it will be a physical event, hopefully, and we will be all there. In each Innovation Week, more than 1,000 people are joining these events because they are really very important for this ecosystem. It is a really very big opportunity to have this network. This is the first side. Of course, I will inform you, be sure of it. And Luis is the board member of EUROGIA, so he will have all these informations, of course. I'm sure he also will share these informations with you. On the other hand, we can organize a special, not event as of today because of the pandemic, but perhaps a webinar with the Portugal companies to talk a lot about your expertises. Then we can ask for the companies on our ecosystem to join us. Perhaps you can meet with them. This is another way to have this network as soon as possible for you. I will think about this and I will discuss this with Luis, of course, first. Then we'll inform you as soon as possible.
Great. It's a great possibility here, for sure. So, more questions, more comments. This has been a good speed talk with comments and questions at the end, which is very good. Thank you everybody for making this happen, because this is the main objective, the main goal here. So, any more question, or we can close this speed talk? Of course, the communication channel is created for everybody to, and it does not end today. So, okay, so no questions, no hands. So I will thank you very much, Shinem, for your time here to be with us. I will ask you, it's possible for you to share your presentation with us so we can distribute for the participants? Okay.
I will share with Margarita, then she will, yes. Is it, yeah, or okay. I can share with you, of course. Which one?
Yeah, with Margarita is fine, yeah.
Yes,
and Margarita will distribute.
I think so.
Okay, so you will receive the information that Shinem present here. I'll take the chance to thank to everybody, to all the present here. It was a pleasure to be, and of course we are either in EUROGIA, either in IMINO, eager to help you to develop your project, your ideas, and to be that this forum, this matchmaking tool to make things happen. So thank you very much. Obrigado a todos. Foi prazer. Obrigadíssimo. Até à próxima. Thank you. Thank you, Shinem. See you soon.
Obrigado. Thank you.
Até a próxima. Thank you.
Obrigado.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon.